All right, guys. This is Acer of Spades, Team TSE, State 268. We are number one, and I'm back, guys. My phone broke, okay, so I was a little out. You can probably hear some sizzle in the background. I actually want you guys to know I'm a real person, so I'm cooking some breakfast for my family, making some breakfast potatoes and whatnot, and getting ready to keep things going, and I'm making this video. Now, for all of you who rush to get to level 25, I would like to point out my good friend, PG, Shadowless Man, over in UNI, in State 266, if I'm not mistaken. Me and him had a few battles. He's got 21 million power. He's very, very inflated. I call it fluff, as you guys have probably seen in other videos. But he's got 21 million power, and he's a level 25 base. And for all those who don't know any better, I'm Acer of Spades. I'm only base level 23, and I only have 7.9 million power, call it 8 million power. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and see what's really happening. So as you can see, I've already pulled up some battle reports in the past. Me and Shadowless Man went at it a few times. And you're going to notice very quickly that although he's got T8 and I only have T7, I seem to have won that battle. And the funny thing about it is, we did this several times. And every time, I seem to win. Over and over again. You'll probably see him pop up a few more times somewhere. Now, in the beginning, when we first started, I didn't change my APC. So unfortunately, because I didn't have everything in the right order, I wasn't able to win. And his friend, Clovey, had to help. But I continually beat the level 25 base. Now, let's go through the heroes real quick. You'll see I have Reaper, Razor, and Shooterman. But he's got higher level heroes with T8. So if you guys want to know exactly what's going on and how my T7s, not even all the way enhanced, with lower level heroes and level 23 base level versus level 25 is consistently winning, you need to watch Acer of Spades over at Team TSE. Anyway, now that I got all that out the way, you know I had to talk about it. I mean, it ain't every day that you beat level 25 bases with higher level heroes and a higher level tier of unit. Let's actually go into our Doomsday basics and tips, part 3, guys. I'm finally here with part 3, and we're going to start off with a part of the reason why I'm having such an amazing time with Doomsday. Actually, to be very fair, we lost every day. Our first week, we had no clue what we were doing, and now we finally, after back-to-back wins, are in full swing and get everybody participating. Doomsday is a participation, event. You have to have all hands on deck. The more activity, the better. It's nothing to do with the strength. Of course, the strength matters most when it comes to how far you're going to land in place in the rankings. However, if you don't have a whole lot of activity, you're not going to do very well. Durability is the most important thing. So let's go through some of these battle reports. We'll just pick any one. What you'll notice about my attributes, actually this is not the one I want to show. This is going to be the first tip I give you. I just pulled up another one of these battle reports against one of the territories. Now, you're going to notice, and it does fluctuate for whatever reason. I don't know everything that triggers it. But inside of this, you're going to see, outside of my normal alliance building and technology and heroes, a tab that says Doomsday Conquest. And that gives me might plus 75%. Now, we have linked Doomsday Conquest might and defense buffs, like the defense is at 95% here. We have linked those directly to our buildings, our Doomsday buildings. So I'm going to go into my Doomsday tab. I'm going to go ahead and, well, let me just harvest because I need to do that every once in a while. I'm going to go to my honor buildings, and at the bottom you're going to notice I have 3 levels of assault fortresses and guardian fortresses. Now this is incredibly important because the higher the level, the better. Now the reason I had more defense is because clearly my guardian fortresses are at higher levels, such as level 9 on this one. Now, if I go ahead and click this and go to view my own, you're going to notice very quickly that it is currently offering 2% troop resistance as well as 45% troop resistance during skirmishes, meaning any battles that do not involve their alliance center directly. That means when you're taking their plots or your own plots in your own state, as well as attacking the enemy that is garrisoned. That means these buildings are probably the most important buildings in the game. So what I've decided to do, and everybody can do it a little differently, in my specialty, I hit my reset to go get my buildings. Once you build the buildings, they stay. So then you reset again and continue to go left to kill the processing to get to where you need to get to. If you do it that way, I feel so far that's probably the best way to handle your specialty, at least during season 1 of Doomsday. So guys, the tip that is specific is to level up those buildings. The easiest way to do that is if you go inside of your base internally, you're going to notice at the bottom you have your little exclamation point that tells you what to do next. What you're going to do is you're going to go to your Doomsday Conquest tabs, and you're going to continually try to reach as much influence, get your buildings to the highest levels, and learn 20 specialties or occupy higher territories so that you can get the rewards. So we've gone over that before. That'll give you more expansion. That'll give you more honor, EXP, etc. So that's super important. And obviously, those buildings are much harder to destroy. So because my buildings, in most cases, are at a high level, people specifically will go around them to people with lower level buildings. So the higher the level of the building, the better. And what you want to do is once you have your multiple slots, maybe 2, 3 processing slots available, you're going to want to even out processing and composite material. It's really, really nice to say I'm taking level 14 and 15 plots. But if a T7 individual is coming in with higher might than you because he raised his assault buildings, then it doesn't matter what plots you were able to take, guys. So that makes a really big difference when you can literally boost your might and defense that much. So tip number 2 for today is use your honor boost effectively. We will get these periodically. Especially if you buy the package, I know you get one of those. I currently have 9 of these left. It's the honor bonus that you get for 30 minutes, which gives you a 100% increase. There's a couple ways to go about this. I always recommend planning out your durability, making sure you know exactly what you're going to do. If you'll notice, I never have my durability at 100% if I can help it. So clearly I've been taking plots. And with these amounts that you see, I know that I easily close out level 12 or 13. Well, I'm not at 13. Level 12 plots with 0 immunity. So all 4 of my APCs can attack those. So if I'm at 30 and it costs 10, 3, 6, 9, I can take 12 plots. If I know I could take 12 plots and I want to actually plan out for 15, then I'm going to wait for my durability to recharge some, and then I'll pop a ticket and take those 15 plots back to back so that I maximize my honor boost. You can also do it with specialty training, and I'll do more on specialty training as that goes on. This is not the time for that. And don't forget to use your honor items to make sure that you keep your EXP at the highest possible level as well, so that you can unlock additional specialty points. And what I mean by that, and I'm sure I brought it up in other videos, is if you go to your Doomsday Conquest tab and you go to specialty, you can go here and you got these honor EXPs that you can use at any time. You want to pop those as soon as possible to keep your specialty up as high as possible. And then finally, guys, the last tip for today, and it was actually hinted at when I said I was taking plots. I do everything strategically. So I'm currently hanging out with my good friends at 266. This is their recently defeated Alliance Center 4. Again, shout outs to UNI. You guys actually did a really good job, and their members did pretty decent. They're in the process now of attempting to take stuff from us. I'm probably just going to take those level 12 plots. I'm not a huge fan of destroying people's buildings afterwards, but it does give you massive points. But I don't believe it gives you those points after the fact. And what you'll see is I've been taking massive amounts of plots throughout their land, and there's a reason for it. If you hit the Doomsday button here and you go to territory, you got 2 different sections. The one that you're used to is the one on the left. It says 75 out of 81. But the one on the right in that same bar says 46 out of 71, guys. I can take up to 71 plots in the enemy territory. And you obviously want to take the highest level plots because guess what? It's a huge deterrent. A lot of the individuals in that alliance cannot even take level 12 plots. because of poison damage. So you get to increase your influence throughout the states and increase your points throughout Doomsday. And you get to do it for almost double what you would normally be able to carry. So once I go ahead today and max that out at 71, and of course max my other side out at 81, I'm probably going to go from ranking number 5 that I'm currently at to somewhere around, I'd say, ranking number 3 or 2. But we're not going to call it until we get there. Meanwhile, guys, those are our 3 tips for today. Level up your buildings, take as many plots as humanly possible at the highest level in your enemy state, and then, of course, use your honor boost effectively. Guys, if this information was helpful, as usual, please like and subscribe. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come back with a vengeance. I have a lot more information for you. Please stay tuned for the Save Electricity video. I mean, I have so many things written out for you guys, and I'm excited to give you as much information as possible. We're going to have another updated parts video. We have tips to improve gameplay coming out soon, additional Doomsday tips videos. Just stay tuned. Ace of Spades signing out.